All praises to Haya Shurahaya, Bashem Mishaya, Walkadoshwa. This is Shabar Israel, and as I mentioned in the pre-meeting video, that something happened this weekend concerning the Messiah. Now, the Messiah usually do things prior 7 days, 3 days, even 1 day. It all depends on what he decides. And he did this this weekend concerning the Messiah. I believe it was almost 7 days, and this case is about 6 days sundown. So I was outside and I had been sitting by a fire praying and meditating. And as I began to get up, and I always look toward the constellation Casil, better known as Orion, because it's the clock and the Messiah told me the meaning and to watch when these stars begin to dim and so on. And so I got up, and right above this constellation, there's Mars. And we know that it has hell angels. And there's another star below it. It's called Tauri 75 or something like that. And here's a picture here of it. There's a space between there. And so when I look between Mars and the Tauri star 75, there came a huge moving star between those two bodies. And I and my son were sitting there, and he said, "Mom, it's a shooting star." I said, "No, I do not know what that is, but that's not a shooting star." So it came closer and closer and began to grow. It eventually moved over this house as we were watching it, and then it stopped. The phenomenon, as if you will, happened from the direction of east southeast, and by the time it finished, it was west northwest. It was more lenient toward the northwest, so west northwest. So I told my son, I said, "No, that was not a star. I've seen many shooting stars, and that was not a shooting star." I said, "That was someone." And see how this picture has a tail behind it. There was no trail or tail behind this particular object. I prayed, and I asked the Most High, what did it mean? I had a pretty great idea what it meant. Nevertheless, he showed me what it meant through a vision, and I will explain in another video.